Yeah, Dr. Ashraf, you can. If you want to share your slide, so we can.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. As I have been introduced already, my name is Dr. Mohammad Ashraf, and I am the part of internal medicine team in the College of Medicine, Shagra University. And first of all, it's my honor and pleasure to be here in this online webinar. And I am thankful to the organizers who gave me this great opportunity to share my small input in this webinar. I'm not sure about the impact of this small presentation in the treatment and prevention of COVID-19, but I'm sure and I'm convinced about one very important aspect of human life, and that is saving one life is like saving the whole humanity. And this is one aspect. This very one important aspect is enough for me, for my motivation to be here in this webinar. And I hope that this tiny effort of mine towards the achievement of this great goal to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic will come up to the expectation of this honorable forum. So I will share my screen with you people so that we can go with our presentation. So the case for today talk given to me in this webinar is triage and case definition of COVID-19. So the sequence of my presentation will be like this. First, I will touch upon the background of this COVID-19 and then purpose of my presentation, followed by case definition. Then coming to the triage, what is COVID-19 transmission, and what patients can do before and upon arrival to the healthcare facility. What healthcare facilities can do to minimize a risk of infection among patients and healthcare workers. So this will be the main body of this presentation, and I have divided it into three parts: set up and equip the triage, then how to set up a respiratory waiting area for suspected COVID-19 patients, and then the triage process. What healthcare workers can do to protect themselves and their patients during triage. This will be the last portion of this presentation. So first of all, the background. As already discussed by my colleague in this webinar, that COVID-19 is a respiratory infection which is caused by corona RNA virus. It is also called SARS-CoV-2 or COVID-19, as we all know. It started from Wuhan province of China, and in a very short span of time, it engulfed the whole middle portion of the world. And as a result, a lot of hospital admissions occurred and a lot of deaths occurred because of this COVID-19. And the WHO was compelled to declare it as global pandemic and issued relevant guidelines regarding public health concerns, its prevention and treatment. So purpose of my presentation, for whom this will be beneficial. This presentation is intended for healthcare facilities that are receiving or preparing to receive patients with suspected and confirmed COVID-19 patients. This includes healthcare facilities providing either inpatient or outpatient services. So this presentation can be used as a guide in implementation of procedures at the triage facility, which can be effective at preventing transmission of SARS-CoV-2, COVID-19 virus to patients and healthcare workers. And this presentation was prepared based on current data on COVID-19 and experience with other respiratory viruses and should be updated as more information becomes available. So now start with the case definition. WHO periodically updates the global surveillance for human infection with coronavirus disease COVID-19 document, which includes case definition. We will discuss these cases one by one. Now there are basically four types of cases: suspected cases, and followed by probable, contacts, and confirmed cases. We will touch upon each and every one of these cases. Suspect case. It is defined as anyone who is having the following characteristics. For example, a patient with acute respiratory illness, that is, which is having fever and at least one sign or symptom of respiratory disease, for example, cough, shortness of breath, and a history of travel to the area where this COVID-19 is prevalent, or resided in the area where there is community prevalence or community transmission of COVID-19 disease during the 14 days period to symptom onset. Suspected cases number 2, for example, this is another, I will just clear it for you people. A patient with any acute respiratory illness and having been in contact with a confirmed or probable COVID-19 case in the last 14 days prior to the symptom onset. Then the third category is a patient with severe acute respiratory illness, having fever and at least one sign symptom of respiratory disease, for example, cough, shortness of breath, and requiring hospitalization, and in the absence of an alternative diagnosis that fully explains the clinical presentation. So, I basically there are 3 types of suspected cases. One is that those who are having the who have not traveled to any area of COVID-19 infection, or they have not resided there, but they are having the respiratory symptoms and they required the hospital admission, and we cannot explain it by any alternative diagnosis, so we will call them a suspected cases. And another patients are those who have been in contact with probable COVID-19 cases or with confirmed probable COVID-19 cases. And the third one are that who have been residing in the area of COVID-19 community spread or have been visited there. And the another important thing is that this 14 days period is very important, that now they develop the symptoms. So another case is the probable case. It is defined as having any following characteristics. A suspected case for whom testing for the COVID-19 virus is inconclusive. So the test has been done, neither it is positive, neither it is negative, so it is inconclusive. So we will call it a probable case. A second one is suspected case for whom testing could not be done or could not be performed for any reason. So we will also call it a probable case. Then is the contact. Contact is defined as